Alright, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the final week, race number 12 of the Endgame Racing F4 Series, sponsored by Endgame Coffee. Today is extremely exciting because one, it's the final race, and two, there are so many battles fighting for position. The field is pretty close to one another. So, current standings, Charlie Pullier is leading with 447 points. Ryan Winfeld is in second at 438 points. So, if you place first place, you get 60, and every position after that goes down by 3. So, P1 60, P2 57, P3 54, etc. So because Charlie Pullier is at 447, Ryan Winfeld is at 438, Ryan needs to finish 5 places ahead of Charlie in order to win the championship. If he only gets the 4 places, I believe they're actually going to tie, but we'll see what happens. Charlie's been super consistent all season, so I don't know if pace alone will get around Charlie for Ryan, but anything can happen. Anything can happen. The other battle we have is Kyle McBride at 404 points, and Carl Ribbing is behind him at 398. So in order for Carl to get around Kyle, he needs to finish 2 positions ahead to secure that fight. And we have Mike Ballion is 1 point ahead of Jordan Wheaton. So between these two, whoever comes out ahead of the other will win this fight. David Courtwright is ahead of Gage Baum, and Gage will need to finish 2 positions above David to win as well. Again, all these drives I just mentioned could still potentially take home the championship win if some craziness happens. So we'll see what happens in the race. Oh yeah, one more fight I want to mention is between Michael Hawkins, Eric Hives, and Jeremy Smith. They are within 10 points of each other. And after watching all their battles the whole season, especially at Watkins Glen, that was a crazy fight. Anything that can happen as well. So practice right now you can see is rainy, but I don't think it's going to rain in qualifying. It is not, but the track still looks wet. Right, those of you unfamiliar with VIR, here is the track map. But first, let me get rid of the music. Let's kick to iRacing. Let's cut it, straight cut. Boom! Alright. So, turn 1, right at the horseshoe at the top left there of the screen. So David Courtwright is on his outlap. Taking that right now, down into turn 2 and 3. Oh my god. Let's go back to David. There he is. So, as you can see, we're in the left hook, turns 4, 5, about to approach 6, well, 5A, 6, and 6A, the snake. So, a bunch of S-curves. If you could see all the water on those curves, so I'm assuming drivers are going to want to stay way clear of that. Right, so a couple little S's, 7, 8, and 9, followed by a sharp downhill, not too sharp, more of like a lift and a downshift of turn 10 down into turns 11 and 12, aka the oak tree, which is right here, a double right hand turn, which is very tough, a lot harder than it looks, because you need to get that exit straight. You need to get on the throttle early and make sure that you're getting the best run you can down the straight. So this is going to be a hard braking zone. It's going to kink to the left a little bit as you take the roller coaster downhill and to the right, followed by a sharp left-hander. Again, staying clear from the curbs because it looks like there's still a little bit of water there. Now the final hog pen. Back onto the front straight. All about the exit here. David Courtwright just barely keeping it on the track, but he is good to go to start his flying lap. So staying in the middle of the track, looks like that is the dry line. A little wider than he would have hoped for, but able to keep going. Get all that water. Let's see if I can see who's on wets, who's on dries. So everyone is on wets except for Gage Baum and Matthew Legault. So David Courtwright, oh, the quick spin around the S's will be the end of his lap. Now let's go to someone who's on dry tires. Not sure how this will work out. If he can handle it, it'll be fantastic, which he's making his way around. So let's jump to the cockpit view because I'm curious how much he's going to be counter steering in this car on those dry tires. You can even hear it spinning out on the straight there. Tire on the curb, dangerous play, but he holds it. There you go, straighten the car, then floor it. Still holding on a little bit swirly on those exits. We'll see what kind of times he does. I'm not sure if this is his outlap or not. That was his outlap. So Ryan Winfeld with the only time at the moment, 2:06.448. There's the spin. It's risky on the dry tires in any sort of rain. So Eric Hives with the 2:14.1. So he is also on the wet tires. Ryan Winfeld is on the wet tires. Charlie Pollier jumps to pole, provisional pole, with a 205.727. Carl Ribbing, P2, 205.942. James Graham, 207.992. All right, Michael Hawkins jumps to P5 with a 213.4. Very smooth lap. I didn't see any counter steer, any sketchiness. He knew what he was doing. So here's Mike Ballion setting a lap 206.2 for P3 currently. I don't know. Let's see if Charlie's still out. He is about to cross the line again. So 205.727. Let's see what this is. 205.032. Says a huge increase. Carl Ribbing finishing his second lap. Looks like he did not improve. I did not see the time change. Yeah, 205. That was last. Fortunately, Mike does not get his second lap, but it's okay because I'm pretty sure he'll be happy starting P3 for this endurance race. Which, I forgot to mention, today's race is an endurance race. 45 minutes of non-stop VIR action in what looks like to be a little bit of wetness. I don't have like a radar button, so let's pull up the weather. What are we looking at? So, 8:49 now, and it looks like 100% chance of rain at 9:15. So that is 25 minutes from now. It'll be heavy downpour for at least a couple minutes. Right, that'll be exciting. So here's the grid, as you probably just saw as well, but I'll bring it up again. Charlie Pullier takes pole position, followed by Carl Ribbing and Mike Ballion for P3. All right. And the race has started. Looks like Charlie Pullier got a fantastic start, as with Mike Ballion, as he's quickly approaching Charlie Pullier. Going around the outside into turn 1. Let's see if he can hold it. Charlie's going to have to stay off of those puddles, but Mike Ballion gets a killer start, takes the lead right after turn 1. There's a battle right here. Jeremy Smith ahead of Michael Hawkins now. Set up the inside, I believe. David Courtwright trying to hold on to it. Taps Michael Hawkins, and they both spin around. Michael Hawkins able to get on the track quickly. By the way, I should mention everyone appears to be on wet tires except Jeff Radons. Taking a risk staying on the dry, hoping that you get some great lap times in before anything sketchy happens with the rain in 25 minutes. 20 minutes now. There's a long straight. You can see the times crawling, and Carl Ribbing gets ahead of James Graham for now. Looks like they're passing each other back and forth. Not going to risk it going into the roller coaster. No need at this moment. Still a lot of time left. So Michael Hawkins back in P12. Looks like James Graham went off the track. So that is the hog pen, and Gage Baum as well. Almost into the wall, maybe into the wall. It's hard to tell. But we must go to the front for Ryan Winfeld, who gets around Carl Ribbon. I got to that a little late, so I want to see that back. Looked like Carl was going slow, but I think Ryan just had a crazy draft. He did. Just slides right up the inside. Oh no, I see Mike Ballion falling back. He's off in what looks like NASCAR corner, turns 2 and 3. All right, we got a few minutes. Let's check out everything that went wrong. Ooh, someone else is going slow. That's Jeremy Smith, I believe, on the left there. Right, so here's James Graham last lap. This is going to the final turn, hog pen. Just touches the curb and spins. Wow, that was extremely light. Here's Gage Baum, I believe, is going to be in the same exact section. Ooh, loses on the left. Does he hit the wall? Nope. Pulls the e-brake, does a 180, keeps going. Mike Ballion just losing it on entry, it looked like. A little late slide. Oh, got on the gas a little bit. Right on the curb. Not much you could do there except absolutely feather it. Right. So that puts Charlie Pullier in the lead once again, and Ryan Winfeld P2, Carl Ribbing P3. So let's see, what did I say before the race? I said Kyle McBride is 404 points, and Carl Ribbing has some other points. 398, so Carl has to finish 2 positions ahead of Kyle McBride. Which he currently is. Because Kyle McBride had an incident. Let's check that out. Man, I'm always missing things. Oh, we're in the final turn. Was avoided by some of the other drivers, however, so no damage there, I'm assuming. He'll keep on going. So Carl Ribbing will now need an absolute consistent race. Here's Matthew Legault on Eric Hives going into the S's. As Was Michael Hawkins off? What's what happened there? Oh, it just loses it under the throttle. I think that was Mike Ballian who got around him. Had to just drive off to avoid. All right. So I believe Jeff Radon's entered the pit lane, so he's now on the wet tire. So now the whole field is on the wet tire. Kyle McBride getting by Eric Ives on the straight. Charlie setting the fastest lap, a 2:04.7. But Ryan Winfeld and Carl Ribbing not too far off. Still in the 2:05s. The archives had a little incident. Ooh. That's too late. Here it is. So final turn again. Oh wow. Didn't even look like he touched the curb. Maybe just gave it a small kiss and spun the car. Gage Balm, same thing. Misses the barriers, however. Just saw Carl Ribbing past Ryan Winfeld. Let's check that out. I don't know. Oh, looks like Ryan might have gone off track, so let's check that out real quick. So here's going into turn 10 before the oak tree just loses the back end. There goes Carl. Eric Ives dropping back a few spots. Jeff Radons is in the pit. Let's check it out. Ooh, NASCAR corner exit just taps the wall. Toes to the pits. I have an incident from James Graham as well. Ooh. Again with those curbs. Just absolutely brutal in this wet. Have to stay off them. That should be the first thing on everyone's mind. Just stay off the curbs. There's Matthew Legault also going off track for a hot second. Here's a fight between the three members, Jeremy Smith, Michael Hawkins, Eric Ives, again, as they have been competing the entire championship. Every single race, I think, at this point. Very curious what Michael Hawkins' cockpit looks like with all that spray. Let's take a look. Oh, there goes Jeremy Smith around doing some spins. Holds on to it. Michael Hawkins gets by safely, and Eric Ives should be right behind him. He is. So Michael Hawkins is probably a little bit relieved now that there is no massive spray kicking up in his face. But now Matthew Legault has a very nice run down this straight. Jeremy Smith's still in it. He's not that far back. 0.5 seconds as Matthew Legault gets by Michael Hawkins. Jeremy Smith has caught up tremendously after that spin. Oh, there goes Eric Hives. Just misses Jeremy Smith. Doesn't hit a wall, still good. He could recover. Obviously lost a few seconds, but you know it happens. So now we have Michael Hawkins and Jeremy Smith. Oh, Jeremy Smith a little bit wide there on turn 1. That's where Eric Hives is, so doesn't lose a position, still able to continue on. So let's go back up to Mike Ballion sitting in P5. Oh, Kyle McBride with the 360 as well, just going just off the track. So he's going to drop down to P6. Let's watch, see exactly what happened there. So turn 10 again, just turns in and oversteers the car. Not him, obviously, but the wet just absolutely pushed him around. Ballion off the track, so James Graham gets around him. We have an incident from James Graham. So this is to the S's. Sits the inside puddle there. David Courtwright actually right in front of him doing the exact same thing. Mike Ballion able to pass both drivers. So that puts Mike Ballion up to P4. Now I'm seeing an incident with Jeremy Smith here. So this is turn 2, NASCAR corner, turn 2 and 3. Just spins it right on the outside line there. That's exactly where Mike Ballion had his spin earlier in the race. little drift from Kyle McBride there, and also just noticed it is raining. That turns 5, it looked like. All right, a little bit more down the back straight here. Is it raining everywhere? It's kind of hard to tell. It looked like there was a break when the camera moved, but like right here. Yeah, must be the angle, because now as it pans, you can see the rain coming down. All right, that was a sick drift by Kyle McBride. I am seeing a lot of people going off the track right now. Carl Ribbing actually just took first place, so Charlie must have gone off track here. Let's see. Right here. So final turn, gets on the curb, all good. Touches that one. Very quick spin. And unfortunately, he's backwards as well. Pulls out right in front of Carl. No, I'm just kidding. So Carl Ribbing now leading this race. And it looks like Ryan Winfeld also caught up, because a couple laps ago, he was 7 seconds back. Now he's 3.5. I'm seeing so many off tracks. I wonder if I just focus on crashes, if it'll just show me everything I want to show rather than going back to it all the time. Let's see. Here we go. Oh, that's Eric Hives hitting a tire barrier, and his tire coming straight off. I'm kind of curious how that went down. Let's check it out. So this is the long straight coming into the roller coaster. He's already a little swirly. Oh, very hard hit. Wonder if he lost his pedals there. Alright. It's gonna skip around a little bit, but this might be better. Ooh, that was a spin by Jeremy Smith, NASCAR corner. Turns 2 and 3. And that's Kyle McBride. I can't tell where that is. Looks like turn 10 before the oak tree. And Kyle McBride toes to the pit. Jeremy Smith, however, able to keep going after rejoining the track. Let's check out Jeremy's crash here. Ooh. Just lost it in the wet. Let's see what happened to Kyle McBride. So turn 10. Turns in, just loses it. I think that's the second time that's happened for him. And like the 8th time it's happened across the board. Man, Carl Ribbing has fantastic pace. Lost time from Charlie Poulier. Lost time with Ryan Winfeld. So if Ryan can get up to Charlie, that will be huge, because, let's see, I think Ryan still has to get 5 positions ahead of Charlie to take the championship win. Let me just confirm that's what I said earlier. Yep, it is. So he needs to hope on Charlie having another spin, getting past, but unfortunately it looks like P4, Mike Ballian's 28 seconds back. So if Charlie has a spin, I don't think he's going to lose any positions. It would have to be major. He would have to hit a wall, have to go to the pit, take repair. James Graham barely losing it. Holds on to the car. That was fantastic. And a quick little fishtail for the crowd. There's Eric Hives. Looks like the final corner again. So there's a left, and if he touches the curb, it'll... Alright, I think he took the L. I think he was about to hit the curb, then said, nope, that's going to spin me. Let's just kind of go more straight. But unfortunately couldn't make the turn after that, which is more than fine. And actually, a great choice. So here's Ryan Winfeld. Someone moving over for him. I'm not sure who that is. I think that's Jeff Radons. Yes. So he's back out on the track. Ooh, there's a slide. Is that Mike Ballion? It is. What happened to my camera? Here we go. Alright. It looked like the same exact spot. Let's check it out. So he'll be on the left, he'll probably lose it. Yep, right there. Many, many drivers, same exact spot. Carl Ribbing still maintaining that gap for first place. A little swirly there. Both cars, actually. So Ryan Winfeld is under 3 seconds now to Charlie Polier. Ooh, that's Eric Hives going off the track in the final turn. Keeps it going, though. Still has momentum. As I was saying, so Ryan Winfeld down... Oh, now under 2 seconds. Not sure if Charlie had an incident or had to lift off because an incident was about to happen, but Ryan is now right there. Wow, look at those puddles. Did it stop raining? I can't tell. Nope. Ryan a little swirly on the exit. They'll probably lose him some time. Not nearly as much as I thought, so he kept it going pretty well. I see an incident from Michael Hawkins. Let's check that out. So that's going across the start finish. Can I go back a little? I can. All right. So he's just coming down. I think just turns a little late and puts a tire in the grass. There he goes. Of course. So Charlie Polier entered the pit lane as I was showing that replay. So Ryan Winfeld gets put to P2. And it looks like he is on the wet tires still. Oh, Mike Ballion dropping back a little bit. Just back on the track. Car looks to be in one piece. Let's check it out. So into the roller coaster. Just too much gas, maybe? Car spins. Matthew Legault takes that position. James Graham now entering the pits. As Jeremy Smith. Ooh. Mike is just struggling for grip. It's like it did stop for. Oh, as I say that, there's the rain. Sun is out, but still raining. Let's just check the radar here. It's almost done, as you can see. Looks like Michael Hawkins jumped into the pits. Check that out. So this is back straight coming to the roller coaster. Oh, that's a hard hit. Wow, I wonder what happened. Oh, double hit both sides. I want to see that again. It's hard to tell with the timing. I don't know if he slammed the brakes and the car just went, or if it started to go before that. Uh-oh. There it goes. Right, so back to live again. So you can see Charlie Pullier is ahead of Ryan Winfeld, and that is because Ryan went to the pit. The pit, the only pit. So now Charlie and Ryan have both pit. I only assume Carl did, and I wasn't paying attention. He's still only 9 seconds ahead, so that would make sense. Ooh, speaking of Carl ribbing, bit of an incident there, which allows Charlie Pullier and Ryan Winfeld to both get by him. Let's see what happened there. So this is in the S's. Oh, just loses it on the right-hander there. Oh, that's a lot of time lost, unfortunately. So here they are again, racing to the roller coaster. Oh my goodness. So as this battle is going on, I'm keeping an eye on Michael Hawkins on Gage Baum. Michael Hawkins looks like he just got an absolutely incredible exit on the final turn. And is now past Gage Baum. Meanwhile, up ahead, back into the S's, Charlie Pullier is still ahead of Ryan Winfeld. For now, as I like to say. gauge bomb a little wide there. They lost the car a little bit. So Michael Hawkins can breathe a little bit. As gauge dropped back to a little over 8 seconds. I believe this is Charlie Pullier and Ryan Winfield again, racing toward the roller coaster. Ooh. Where is Michael Hawkins? There he is. Oh, he has no front wing. Oh no. His tires are not looking good. Oh my goodness. That thing is... yikes. I need to screenshot this. Oh, just heard someone. Sounded like someone crashing in the background. How is he able to drive that? Wow. I'm impressed. Right, so he will make it back to the pits. I still see Ryan Winfield 2/10 off of Charlie Pullier for first position. Right, so let's check out how Ryan's doing. I just saw him have a little swirl there, but it seems to be alright. Fortunately, just went off the track. Here comes Carl Ribbing. I think he'll get him at the moment. Maybe down the straight. Let's see what happened to Ryan Winfield. So turn 10 again. Same spot. Touched the inside curb there. Just absolutely chucked the car. Alright, so here's James Graham sitting very comfortably in 4th position. 46 seconds ahead to the next car and 45 seconds. Ooh. Back to Mike Ballion. Had a spin, but all is good. I see Carl Ribbing now attacking Ryan Winfield. We gotta check that out quick. Oh! Hold it. Ooh. Ah, light tap. Not sure what that wing is gonna look like after that. But he has the gap for these mistakes at the moment. So we can check how his wing is. Alright, a little damage on the right side. So that'll definitely not help him whatsoever. But I've seen worse today. So Charlie Pulier went off track. Final turn again. But he held it, went off the track rather than trying to hold the car on the pavement there and risk a spin. So it was a great decision. He's into the pit now. I'm assuming he's going to get the damage repaired as well as... He probably doesn't need tires. Let's see what happens. Nope, just the fast repair, no fuel or anything. So let's see where he comes out. He's not gonna change anything, correct? James Graham had an incident during that, so this is the final corner as well. It just loses it on the entry. All good though, no walls. Keep on going. I mean, he's just taking a detour, right? So Mike Valiant passes James Graham in the pit for P4. So James is going, and it looks like Charlie had an incident. That is not the correct way. He's turning around. Where is Ryan Winfeld? Here he comes. It looks like the final couple corners. Mike Valiant also crashed. Oh my goodness. Alright, let's check out what happened to Charlie. So there's the roller coaster. Loses it in the middle of the track. That's surprising. He was a little bit stuck there on the curbing. And here's Mike Valiant's incident. So turn 2, already lost it. Yeah, that's going to be very tough to save. Oh, and Carl Ribbing just crashed a second ago. This is the final turn again. Luckily, not too much lost. It's Eric Hives almost going off the track. Able to keep it going. Looks like, hold on, let's go to Eric Hives for a second. Okay, so Gage Baum is 23 seconds back. So Eric Hives is a good cushion there for now. That's Mike Valiant lapping him. Oh, that's Gage Balm going off in, looks like the S's. So we can get the car started again. Does. So Ryan Winfeld slowly gaining. He was just over 2 seconds back at the start of this lap. Oh, that's Jeremy Smith around. Let's reset the final corner. Still smoke, I see. I'm not sure where he is. We'll check that out in a second. Actually, I could just do this. Okay, so this is the final corner. So let's see where exactly that went wrong. Ah, so this is the roller coaster. Ah, just loses it. Right on the exit. So Ryan Winfeld now 3/10 back. That's Michael Hawkins letting both of them go. He was like, I don't want to get in that. They're fighting. They're way up ahead. Alright, so it's all up to Ryan trying to get this exit down here. He can get closer and closer going into turn 10. However, he may want to save it for the next straight. I personally would. But I'm also terrible. So into turn 10. Careful again. Not going too close to that curb. Well, on the curb. So now here's where Ryan needs to get closer, but he's already 9/10 back in that sector. So I don't think he's gonna get very close at all down the straight. Alright, so I reckon there's this lap, and next lap will be the white flag. That's a lie. There's probably 3 more laps. Who knows, if only it told me. Right, so Ryan Winfeld again catching Charlie Poulier. What a save by Ryan Winfeld. That was incredible. He almost spun right around, lost all his time gained. But he is still right there in the fight. looks like an incident from Jeremy as well. We'll come back to that. First, I want to see if this is going to be the last lap. And it is. There is the guy waving the white flag. Right, so let's check out what happened to Jeremy Smith here. So that's turn 10, same exact spot. I think everyone has spun there once today. Eric Hives going to turn 1. Just a little too late. Still a great turn though. So Charlie Pouliot still keeping that gap ahead of Ryan Winfeld. But again, Ryan has closed it during those S's, so he's doing something better than Charlie Pouliot, but the last couple laps it hasn't been enough. There's going to be some traffic up ahead. So that's Eric Hives right there. Charlie Pouliot goes around as Eric Hives lets both of them by. Ryan Winfield gained the 10th out of that. Nothing too crazy, but now it's all about the draft. So he's within 2/10 now. Hammer down. He's going to have a fantastic run going into the roller coaster and pulls out aside. Pulls out next to Charlie Pouliot. We'll have the outside line for the first turn and the inside for the second. So we'll see how this goes. Oh, a little touch there, but Ryan gets it done going into the roller coaster. Let's see if Charlie can attack back. I don't think so. He's 4/10 back already. Although he just gained and has a massive run out of the final turn. This is going to be a straight drag race to the finish as Charlie Pouliot gets back ahead of Ryan Winfeld. Barely takes the win by 0.017. Absolutely incredible. I would not have guessed he was able to get that done, but somehow he closed that gap in the final couple turns. So that puts Charlie Pouliot the championship winner of Season 1 of Endgame Racing F4 Championship. Absolutely fantastic season by Charlie Pouliot. Run down the finals in just a few minutes. Oh no, that's Mike Ballion in the wall. Sound like he couldn't get his car started again. Let's check out what happened. It's on the final lap too. Oh, that actually was a different incident. So that was the first one, then he continues on. Let's see, where was it? Oh! Okay, that's after. Just hits some puddles, gets thrown around. So, race finish. Charlie Pouliot, Ryan Winfeld, Carl Ribbing for P3. Who is going to win the pushback? Eric Hives or Gage Baum? Looks like Eric Hives has a flexing wing. Not sure if it's damaged, but Gage Baum gets a great lift, pushes him into the grass. Gage Baum takes the W. Right. That was absolutely exciting. So if I put all the stuff together here, Archives P6. Gage Balm P7. Michael Hawkins P8. Jeremy Smith P9. Yeah, insert the spa points. So, we have, for the championship, Charlie Pullier with 507 points, followed by Ryan Winfeld with 495. And Carl Ribbing moves up to P3 with 452. And P4 for the championship is Mike Ballian. That's not right. 1, 2, 3, 4. P4 is actually Kyle McBride. I lied to you all. P5 is Mike Ballian. P6, Jordan Wheatman. So, the fight with Michael Hawkins, Eric Hives, and Jeremy Smith. So, Michael Hawkins is ahead, followed by Eric Hives and Jeremy Smith. So, Michael Hawkins is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, P7. Eric Hives, P8. Jeremy Smith, P9. Awesome racing by all three of them all season. Fantastic. But this concludes Season 1 of the Endgame Racing F4 Championship, sponsored by Endgame Coffee. Thanks for joining all season. And I'll see you around for Season number 2, which will be just as exciting. I'm assuming the same tracks, same group of drivers. I'm ready. Let's see you next time, folks. Adios.